All right, let's get started. Yeah, let's get started. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hopefully everything's working and I've done it. All right. Hi, everybody. I'm going to read the chat a little bit. I've been kind of paying attention, but gotta go back a bit. Hello, everyone. I'm doing good. How are you? Yes, of course, I'd give you a heart on your comment because I read them all. If you leave a comment, I do read it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't think I'm the best, but thank you, thank you. Yes, Scarab Gem is something I will get, but I don't know if we'll get the Mosasaur today or soonish, but we're gonna be working on the things. New video is great. Thank you. I was worried about it because I've been playing very sporadically and all over the place on the SMP, so I tried to cobble together a video of like what I'd been up to, so that's why I was kind of all over everything. But hello, hello, hi everybody. We doing good today? We doing good today? Devin, thank you, thank you. That I don't know how to react, but thanks so much. That means a lot. Thank you. Even just the $1. Thank you, thank you. Like that's yeah. I don't. But okay, today, what are we doing? I need to lock in because I've been like trying to figure out what we're gonna do all day. And I think it's gonna be the we're gonna work on the terraforming. And because oh wait, my camera is like not focusing. Ugh. Give it a second. It'll go back. It'll be fine. But today we're doing probably the cliff works and stuff. Thank you. Thank you, Devin. Let me see. So I think what we're gonna do, I've been kind of gathering materials a little bit whilst I've been preparing for the stream. I've got kind of a lot of what we're gonna need, which is mostly deep slate, which kind of sucks because it takes forever to mine. It's slower than stone and you can't insta mine it, but I've been building up my basalt and my smooth basalts. And then cobbled deep slate, black stone, and mud, and then tough as well. I need to get more tough. I need to get more blackstone, and everything else I've got plenty of that once we get to the texturing side of things should be fine. But today, at least for stream purposes, I think we're just going to try and like place stone down to get the shapes in, I think, unless you guys really want just me to go in with the actual colors, but I always feel more confident going in with just stone, so that way I know like I can insta-mine break it if it looks whack. So I think that's the plan for today, and I think we're gonna kind of start at this little junction because I want to really hard focus on getting this lagoon ready for the Mosasaur. That is the topic of the next single player episode that I'm going to be doing. I don't know when that's going to come out because if you weren't aware, we're doing live stream day on Sunday for the SMP, and that's going to be the next big thing I do. And I don't know if there will be a video but after that, like, because it's all Christmas week and stuff. So, but the next video that I do put out for the single player will be the Mosasaur. We're just gonna figure out, when I get to posting that because it's Christmas, or I celebrate Christmas. It's holidays for everybody, so I don't want to take you guys away from your family, and obviously I have family things. So I don't know when this video is coming out, but I'm telling you guys now, the focus is the Mosa. It's the Mosa. We want to get that done. We want to get that in. That's what I'm really excited for. I've been excited for, but I've also been really, really lazy. I've been really lazy. Oh, true. Okay, so for the underwater terraforming, I have a absolute ton of the create divers stuff. Like I've got I think 9 tanks and then a ton of other things. So I think I'll be okay-ish. At least I think I ran the numbers and I think I got 45 minutes worth of terraforming that I can do before I need to go refill them. And it takes less than a minute to go refill them all, so I'm probably gonna do that. Oh yeah. Oh, it does kill the drowns? Okay, I might go see if I have enough to do it. We can see if that's something we want to partake in. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing good today. Thank you all for being here and watching my stream. Okay, a lot of this is going to be me kind of like looking back at it and being like, is that good? Is that not? We're going to go very geometric and very like square shaped with most of this. I don't know if I haven't explained it in a video, but I did explain it last stream. We're going to kind of make this whole lagoon space a abandoned rock quarry. So this is going to be very like, almost like it's carved out of stone. I think, honestly, I think it needs to come out more already. I'm making the executive decision. But also don't worry, because I have literally so much stone. I have an extra, like, warehouse full of stone in my, like, storage area. So I'm just going to keep placing blocks until it looks really good. And that's the goal for today, is to get something that shape-wise feels really good, feels really solid. And I think we're going to get there. It's going to be a slow process today, but it is going to be one that hopefully will look really good once we're done. Okay. Yeah, how's everybody doing? Anybody got some cool things happening? Named T-Rex. Oh, that's cute. Oh, I'm really excited for the Christmas holiday stream thing, because Dodo Boy made these the most amazing holiday skins for all of us, and I'm really excited to show them off. Like, I just can't put into words how cool they are. And like, I'm a gingerbread man, and it's super cute, so I'm real excited to actually, you know, wear them and show them off, because he did an amazing job on them. What's up, Zabua? How's it going? I did just talk to Hyper and them about your Phantom stuff. I think they might give it to you. I just have to wait for someone who's actually opt on the server to turn it back on. Huh. Yeah, the skins, they look so awesome. And I have like no idea how much I can thank him, but I will consistently tell him that they're amazing. But yeah, so we're gonna probably bring this cliff out to around here. This is gonna be probably one of my more challenging terraforms in this world, just because I need to kind of like imagine a rock quarry that's been filled in. So like this all has to be terraformed as a rock quarry, but just like keeping in mind, like this isn't, I'm not building a rock quarry like it's like the base level is here. I'm building a rock quarry like the base level is down there, or like the lowest point is down there. So it's like in my brain, it's tricky to like contemplate that, I guess. So this one, at least for me, probably might be a little tricky to keep straight, but we're definitely gonna attempt, and I'm excited for it to come out good, if it does come out good. Hopefully, though. How many skins did they make? They made one for almost everybody. I think everybody has one. I don't know how many members that is, but I know it was a vast majority, and I think he's got almost everybody that's gonna be streaming. If you haven't seen already, I did put out the near official schedule in the SMP fan Discord, which I don't think the link is on the description of this stream, but go look at my video that uploaded today, and there should be a link to the fan Discord if you're not already in that. And I put out the schedule. I think he's gotten everybody that's going to be in it, and he's done everybody, or most of the members, just that are like on the server. And I think like they each have skins. Sadly, Charlie Lorkey can't be with us. He's in the States away from his computer, which is sad. But we have like a lot of people that are gonna be streaming, and a lot of people that aren't streaming are just gonna be playing in the background of everyone's streams, which should be really cool to have everyone there. Let me read. Here, Testing. Good, good. Any plans for feeding show? I don't know, because again, I said it in the last stream. Fern did the like feeding show and like the stands better than I could ever do. He did like the really cool create stuff. So, and also because my thing is so different, like from like my park is so different from Jurassic World and like Jurassic Park and all that. It's gonna be interesting, I'll say, to like see, like to come up with a way that's like feeding show, but not like just a ripoff of Jurassic Park or Jurassic World. Um, so I'm really like that. That is one of the things that I'm like really trying to think about in the back of my brain. Like, how do I feed my Mosa in a way that is cute, cool, and not terrible? So yeah, those are stuff I'm thinking about, and I've got a couple ideas, but I don't know if they're good yet, so I'll keep them to myself. Do I have sponges? So I'm not draining the water. This is gonna be the Mosasaur Lagoon, and it's gonna be all of this, and I'm literally just going to have to like figure out how to make it all work and work with the water. Yours. But yeah, the digging has taken a really long time, Aces. I think the biggest part of this project was the digging it out. Because, as you can see there, that's all been dug out from that landscape over there. That was a lot. But then again, I'm no stranger to digging in this world. I don't know how much I showed in the videos, but the swamp used to be like a large cliff that I took down like probably 8 or 9 blocks like lower than the hill that was originally there. So it was a lot of digging for that one too. So I'm no stranger to doing the big digs for these projects. And just they take a while. I won't lie, they take a while. I do probably need to just ask Jacob to help me design some kind of digging machine. But I also am just like, I do sometimes enjoy the grind of like loading up the world and just spending like 10-20 minutes just absolutely obliterating a cliff with my pickaxe. Thank you, thanks for liking the large rocks. The idea for a spino enclosure that you haven't built yet. Dam separating the spino from a fishery. That would be cool. I did think about a dam, like when I was doing mine, and I ended up not going for it. And I think what I did was good, but that is a really cool idea, and it is really, like, you should go for it. I believe in you. This needs to go. Yes, maybe. Where's my bed? There's my bed. Can't have it be nighttime. I'm scared of the night. Yeah, they're quick and easy. Okay, I think if I do a digging machine, it will probably end up going towards deep slate mining, because I absolutely abhor, or is that the right word? I hate deep slate mining so much. It's such a good material, and I love to use it in builds, and I love to use it in terraforming. I'm actually using it in terraforming on the stream day for the thing that I'm going to be working on. But it's just such a pain to mine when you don't have like vein miner or something. Like on the SMP, I don't mind getting a ton of it because it's just like click a couple buttons for a while. But like in the base game, it's so annoying. So annoying. Yeah, we're gonna try and make this look really carved. And I'm hoping that it's cool. I'm thinking it's looking coolish. Cool enough. It'll definitely look better when it's not just stone pillars, and I gotta do like some of the texturing and stuff, and then also like shaping it with slab stairs and stuff. But I do think once we get it all carved out, it should look really, really cool. I'm hoping. And I don't remember who said it last stream, but I do really want to build some, like, mining equipment that's been, like, taken over by coral. I thought that was a really cool idea last time. Ooh, true. Themed feeder. I don't know. Because also, I won't even lie, because this is an ocean biome, stuff is literally just always spawning in here, which might be enough to just keep it fed. Or I might, like, because I want to kind of build, like, an observatory in the middle, almost. I might put, like, a, kind of like a fish breeder in there. I don't know yet. I don't fully know yet. Also, I forgot to talk about this. Do you guys like the Christmas lights I put up? Sorry, the camera's weird. And I decorated a Christmas tree. If you zoom in, there's an Apatosaurus ornament on the tippity top. Courtesy of my roommate right there. And then me and my lady friend decorated my room so that way I'd have a nice backdrop for stream day on Sunday. I think it's cute. And I wanted to talk about it. Bird nest. Oh, that would be cool on some of the cliffs to have little bird's nests. I can definitely do that. Yeah, no, so eventually these are going to be deep slate, like deep slate color texturing. So figuring out what I'm going to do with that. And then, what was I going to say? I probably want to do some like coral or like the dead corals kind of like growing up on it. These are all things that I am actively. Oh, wait, I've messed up. That's not the exit I wanted. This is. Yes. So we're actually going to... Do I have shears? Let's see. Let's see if I've got shears. Not over here. Would they be over here? Did I keep a pair? I'll get more stone while I'm over here. That way we have more stone. I can just probably place my inner chest. My giant iron box. If you guys got the world download, you can see how organized I am in my ender chest. I hope you guys appreciate it. I've got all my copycat stuff, my emeralds, my equipment, my tools, my food, rock box, all this. I'm super organized in this world. And then on the SMP, I am not at all. Like in this world, I try and stay really, really organized, but on the SMP, it's bad. I just kind of throw it all in the Tom Simple storage and then hope and pray that I can find it again later. I mean, it helps that there's like a search bar, but you know, it is what it is. So if I'm going to be taking this away because I actually wanted the cliff to go up to here and I forgot that I wanted that. And I want these resources because I have literally no andesite whatsoever anymore. I have used it up already. I'm going to have to collect some. I tried to do a lot of the collection stuff off camera for this stream so that way we can just be placing rocks. Oh, I have not been recording on replay. Unfortunate. That's another thing. Remind me once this wall is taken down to start the replay mod. But yeah, definitely gonna put some like bird's nests and little details in the cliff. I want the whole area that I'm working on right now to feel really, really detailed because Mosasaur is one of my favorite prehistoric like creatures. Obviously I am a Jurassic World fan, so Jurassic World, one of my favorite elements was the Mosa. And I really like the opening. Like, I know Fallen Kingdom gets a lot of crap, but I really like the opening with the Mosa in Fallen Kingdom. I thought it was really cool. If they had kept that same energy throughout the rest of the movie, it would have been a perfect movie. On the world download, I just kind of put all of my ender chest stuff on the ground. Like I put a little it's in my workshop. When you get into the world download, you can like go to my little storage area and there's like a sign that's like, here's my ender chest, and it's just everything placed down on the ground. Very, very cool. I think, personally. Boo, boo, boo. Okay. Now that section of the wall is taken out, I'm going to start the replay recording. And we're going to hope that I remember to keep starting the replay recording. Yes? Okay. I'm putting some of you guys in charge. Tell me to pause the replay when I'm doing something like that's not related to the cliffs, and then tell me to start the replay when I get back to work. And trust me, I will forget so much. I will forget so much. Skeleton at the bottom of the lagoon? I could definitely do that. It might be what FA creature do you think would look the best? Like, because I could probably put like a T-Rex skeleton down there and like hide it in the floor. I forget who. I think maybe Fern did it in one of his things, but like hiding it into the base, like the floor. You know, I could definitely do that. Have I read the novels? Yes, I have read the novels so much. You know, when you're in school and you've got a bunch, like, teachers, like, make you read, or, like, they give you, like, assigned reading, or, like, and if ever I got the chance to, like, pick the book, I would always pick Jurassic Park every year. So, like, because I would have a different teacher, like, a different, English or, like, reading teacher every year, and every year, for some reason, they would assign an independent reading where you had to read a book. And just like write a report or do something with it. And almost every single time that I was given that option, I picked Jurassic Park. And it's like they couldn't tell me not to. They didn't know that I had already read it. So I ended up reading it so much, so many times. So many times. Yes, okay, so the Mosa and the Megalodon are technically going to be in this lagoon, but I'm going to separate them with a walkway observatory thing in the middle. So that way I can have two different enclosures in the same like body of water. Just because they're so big, I could have included like the Mosasaur in like the building, like dug out something in the aquarium, but I was just like, I want them to have a cooler, grander feel. Because even though the Mosasaur in the FA mod isn't that big, I wanted it to feel large and in charge, you know? Like it's got something really impressive going for it. Novel was Jurassic Park Dead Isle? I don't know. Wait, am I blanking? I could be blanking. I really like the first novel, and I still think about like some of the stuff to this day, especially like Nedry's death, and then what was the other one? I don't know. I think my senior quote was a quote from the novel. I don't remember which one though, but it was just something that I was like, oh yeah, that's good. Underwater monorail. I've thought about a little bit, maybe like kind of like a submarine submersible like thingy, but then I also was like, well, that doesn't really fit with my whole, like, because I do agree, like, all those are really cool, but I'm really trying to theme, you know, because my park is so themed. I might one day start like a creative world. You know how like Lorikeet does? He does like a little creative park. I might start a series like that just so I can have an excuse to do some of those like things that don't really fit with my survival world, you know? Because like this is meant to feel very like conservation, you know? And not so much of like entertainment profit type stuff. It's meant to feel really like it's meant to feel like it's like a wildlife reserve park thingy, or like a national park that doesn't charge for much. Like there can be a gift shop here and there, but like there's no price of admission. You can just go to the park, you can go on a hike, you can go camping without having to pay. So that's kind of the vibe. So like doing kind of like attractions like those is kind of hard to like, at least in my brain, to like justify in the theme, I guess. But I might do that where I do like a creative world just so I can do some of those cool things that I've seen others do, you know? You know? Okay. Oh wait. I remembered. I remembered. I remembered to press the resume button. This time, there will be a point in stream today where I forget to click the button. And then I'll be upset at myself and at you guys because you're supposed to tell me. Plesioskeleton would be better. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I could see like just some of the different aquatic species skeletons. It is definitely, that'll be something we do when we get to those finer details into the exhibit. Right now, the big things I'm kind of working on is just making the border of the exhibit. This might be a two-parter episode. You know how like sometimes I'll build the enclosure and then put the animal in and then finish the enclosure in the next episode, like the details. This might end up being that just because this enclosure is super big. I want to redo that clip as well. So yeah, so like this might be a multi-episode project just because of the scale that we've got. One less. How's that looking from far away? We liking? Are we liking? I'm kind of liking. It looks kind of industrial. It looks like it's meant to feel like someone's literally carved this stuff out. And I think we're capturing that slowly but surely. Also, I should probably say this is very inspired by something I saw Fwhip do in his hardcore world. So just shout out to one of my favorite Minecraft YouTubers, because he's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm liking it. I think again it'll look a lot better once we get the actual texture color and the actual color I want it to be, which is the deep slate stuff, and I can do some of the shading and stuff like that. I think that'll be really cool. Boom, boom, boom. I was a type of plant. What type of plant would I be? I'd be a fern because I love him, and I'd want him to love me. Final answer. Would be cool to converse perk you could have. Oh yeah, I could do some research stuff, like maybe not like a tour type thing, but kind of just a whatchamacallit. I could have like some scientists like going and researching. That could be cool. You're right. We'll just have to see what I have the skills to do. Vehicles and like boats and stuff like that are not my strong suit when it comes to building. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what I can come up with. Yeah, the blocky rocks remind you of basalt. I will be using basalt in the texturing, so you know it's there. Every animal add-on to my bedrock world. Now I'm making a zoo. That's cute. That's cute. If you want to, you could be in my Discord and post your builds in builds. I encourage and love to see them because it gives me ideas and it gives other people ideas, and I want people to have that, you know. So, just throwing it out there. Links should be in the description, right? I hope. If I did things right, the link to my Discord is in the description, and you should post your builds in there because I love to see them. Ow. I fell. I think for a small like tester, this is coming along nice. I'm liking the shaping, and I think it's going good. I think we'll bring this one up a little bit, kind of give some depth. Some depth. I'm liking. Okay, so basically, I'm gonna pause it for a second. This has got to go all the way along the back there and over to there, as well as all along here. So, we've got a lot of work cut out for us. I probably will be streaming this a lot over the coming weeks. One of the viewing areas go up. Yep, Corey theme. Yeah, I definitely, like, I don't remember who said it on last stream. It might have been you, Toby. But definitely want to do some, like, heavy heavy machinery that's like overgrown and like reclaimed by the ocean and turned into the like coral reef kind of structures that they do in real life. You know, they sink the cars and stuff. I think that's really cool. One of my favorite Grand Tour episodes was when they tried to sink cars and it just went so poorly. You could do a shark cage. That's kind of... Oh, yeah, shark cage, like a research shark cage. Don't mind posting your builds. Yes, if you're already in the Discord, why wouldn't you just, you know, be able to do that? Oh, yeah. So, I'd probably, at one point, would just ask Jacob in a voice call, like, hey, how does one design a, how does one do that? You know, with the create and the drills and the machinery. It will probably I'll like have him help me. Ah, thank you, Devin. It was a great idea, and I will be taking it and doing it. Okay, so back to it. I need to get back to work. I've been chatting a little bit. All right, so I think now do we begin the wraparound? I guess. Okay, wait. Let me focus on these parts that don't have anything, because technically, like, this wall would contain a Mosasaur. Like, this is fully built out enough to where it just holds a Mosa. So I'm gonna focus and hard focus on the areas that are just open to everything, specifically on this side, because it's got this big gap here. We'll probably be doing another layer of terraforming underneath the water, as well as really gotta rework this cliff here, because again, I want it to be, excuse me, this style. I would like it to look similar to this, and I'm actually really happy with this. Let me know what you guys think. I think this is good. I'm happy. I'm a happy penguin. But not that button. Okay, let's go over here. Oh, I should probably get more stone before we go over there. Get more stone and do some of that. But yeah, so like those where that wool is gonna be an entrance through. Like it's gonna. I'm also gonna kind of theme it like an amber mine. So there's gonna be a couple of like entrances into the cliffs where I'm gonna hopefully decorate with some amber and stuff, and I think that'll be really cool. So we'll figure out how I like plan all that out. But now, let me get my bed actually before we get started as well, just so I can sleep when needed. Volcanic rock. I might try and actually build some volcanic vents as well. Maybe. I don't know if that doesn't really fit with the quarry, does it though? But maybe a couple of things, like maybe that have like maybe that's why they stopped digging, was they started to hit magma and stuff. That might be like a in-universe reason that they stopped digging and like left it, is that they started to hit some of those thermal vents or something, or like gas leaks. I don't know. I don't really know how the world works, so I kind of just make a lot of what I build up as I go. You know? I need to get more food. And then I'm actually gonna wait to sleep, because I don't like that the time lapses look real dark when it's like turning nighttime. Do underwater vents, yeah. And then I also gotta do, that might be a really good opportunity, like if I do some underwater vents, I can throw some bubblers in them as well. Like obviously I'll probably do like some soul sand. Probably soul sand instead of magma, just because I don't want them to die on the magma. But I could do some like soul sand vents and such. And then I'm thinking maybe do some like mock magma? I don't know. Sorry, I'm just gonna keep clicking this bed until it lets me sleep, because I like it to be bright and sunny in the time lapses. And since I'm not using flashback, I have to use the replay mod with the current version. It's just kind of going here. Hi, Light. How you doing? How you doing, buddy? through the lagoon so you can Mosasaur swim above you as you're walking through. I will say there's good. So through the walkway in the middle, I am thinking about some like longer viewing galleries that you should be able to like walk along for a ways and get that kind of effect. Oh yeah, campfires. Yeah, definitely can include those. Definitely. Also, check out my new water bottle. My lady friend got this for me. That way I can have more water during streams, and I really love it already because I have drinking probably what would have filled my cups before, and now I have more water, which is great. How we doing? We doing good, Light. I'm doing good. I'm getting excited for the live stream day. In all honesty, like it's all I've been thinking about, and I've probably annoyed so many of my friends by just continuing to yap about this live stream day. But I'm real excited. I'm real excited for it. Okay, resume recording. We're gonna do some structures. Most of these ones are like I'm gonna focus on this like cliff bit here first, so we should be fine to not use our tanks yet. And then once we get to underwater, I'll go over to my storage area and see if I need to get the conduit. Let's do similar to how we do. Get a little bit of this going. Hey, okay, like I'm excited, you know. I'm excited for it. It's exciting, you know. Getting all the SMP members on at one time is just an exciting prospect because it's been a while since a lot of us have been on, just because of how busy November months are. So I'm really excited for people to like get on and like all be able to just yap with one another for a while. Like I think it's gonna be really fun to hang out with everybody, and then I think it's also just gonna be really fun to see how much work we can get done, in our little area. I think it's gonna be really cute when it's done, and I'm excited. I'm also excited to, because I think I've said it, I'm gonna be working on the mammoth enclosure in the area. I'm excited to work with the mammoths because I have personally never built a mammoth enclosure, and it's been a very long time since I've built any of the Cenozoic enclosures, just because I don't fool around with them that much in the mod. Because I find them the hardest to fit into parks, just because obviously they are from a completely different like time zone in my brain. And they obviously have the most different environments, amongst them. So it's I find them the hardest. So I'm excited to get to actually work with the mammoths for the first time. It's SMP. Everyone's going to get distracted yapping. Okay, yeah, we're going to get distracted yapping, but I'll be building, so don't you worry. We'll be yapping, but I think a big thing we're going to try and do is we're going to really try and use the voice mod as well. So that way it's kind of, so we kind of utilize the funnies of just being able to like pop in and be like, hey, what's going on? So I'm excited. I'm excited for that. Dino Guy I don't think is gonna be there with us, unfortunately. I don't think he's been active in the Discord that we have for some time. Which kind of is sad. There's a couple people in there that I would really like the chance to talk to. But they were gone or like weren't active by the time I joined. So that's kind of a bummer. Spike needs to sing. Yeah, he does need to make his banana bread. I was promised that, He told me about this, and I was like, all right, I'm excited to see this. And then he didn't do it. He didn't do his banana bread thing, which is, what the heck, dude? You promised us, the fans, that he was gonna be that he was gonna be doing you know, he was gonna be doing the banana bread, and he hasn't been. I think if he doesn't, we should riot at some point. At some point. Yeah, Dino Guy has not really logged on, so I've never met him. I would love to, and if he wants to play during the Christmas event, I would have so much fun getting to meet him. But yeah, outrageous. Aw, I will come over, Light. Yeah, everyone go flood Spike's YouTube comments right now with "We want the banana bread." We can't let him get away with this, honestly. He can't keep getting away with this. Okay, I will say this hill is a little bit more tricky just because I've already got something here. So it's kind of like adapting what I've already been working on, I guess. I'm gonna go like that, maybe. There's also, this is a kind of a new way of terraforming for me. I think I've only tried doing something like this once, and it was a really long time ago, and it was really small scale. So really, I'm really trying to push myself to do something a little bit new with this kind of style. And I'm hoping that it comes out really cool. I can already tell that I like that more than I like that. So I think we're gonna attempt here. Not that button. I keep pressing the F3 when I'm trying to press the F4 button, because F4 is my Freecam, which lets me kind of take a back step. Oh yeah, I can prank him on the stream. I can just get a bunch of signs, and like when he's building behind his back. Actually, wait, no, because he's going first, and he's streaming at my 5 a.m., so I don't know if I'll be on his stream. He might, I might be on when he's still on, so we'll definitely probably get to talk just because he's going to be playing for a big chunk of the day, and I plan on getting on pretty early. Or like, I'm not like planning on like waiting because I want to be there a huge part of the day just because I obviously am excited. I'm real excited. It's been a lot to set up, I will say, and a lot to organize, but I'm excited that it's finally happening and everything seems to be going in the correct direction. Hopefully we'll have no problems day of, and hopefully it should just be a really fun time, honestly. Like a fun time with you guys, a fun time with the members, like that's what we're here for and that's what I'm excited for, is just the vibes and the good time with everybody. Let's see, how is this looking? I do another one. Actually, let's do a little bit of this, and we can get a little dip in there. That'll be good, right? That'll be good. Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to read as well as we go along. Have Fern help you make a functioning boat that with the create mod. You know what? That could be cool. I do plan on asking him eventually just some help with create mod stuff because I know I'm bad at it. Like I'm real bad. When Fern, Light, and Spike were on the world, they asked why I had create installed. Because I don't do anything. like literally after like Fern was like, why do you have this? And I'm like, oh, because it sounded cool when I was making the mod pack, and I tried to understand it, and I don't. What's your favorite part about being a Minecrafter? Favorite part? Well, my favorite part is playing the game. I love this game, and I've been playing this game since I was a kid. Obviously, I grew up in the Dan TDM, Stampy era, and those were all my favorite YouTubers. And I also like watched Atlanta Craft's Jurassic Craft series and stuff like that. So that's kind of where I got the Minecraft dinosaurs from, and a ton of good stuff like that. I just like the game. I like the base game. I just like building. Favorite part. Will you also sing? You should, Light. You should. The rotating stage for you. Yeah. Probably won't be adding a Leopleurodon to the lagoon because I have one in the downstairs of the aquarium. They've got their own little enclosure. And I don't ever like mixing the FA species, just in case they decide that they want to eat each other. I guess is the best reason I have is I don't like mixing the FA species because you never know when one's gonna do something funky with their AI, and then you've got some dead animals, and that is obviously no good. Okay, wait, that little bit, like, I think this will be an easy kind of cover up job because even that little bit has helped. I do think right there that I might carve that down a little bit and give it a different height. Hold on, let me get up there. A little bit like this, maybe? I like that better, yes. Yeah, so this is going to be, I'm sorry to say, but this stream is going to be a lot of me messing around with what is already here. Like, so if that bores you, prepare to be bored, because it will. Yeah, I am trying to get in the flow of streaming more. Like, I'm trying to get better at it. I'm trying to be more professional, and that's why you see some of the recent changes I've made in terms of like getting an actual start screen made, and then I technically have I technically have screens for if I need to go AFK for a second, or if there's something technical that's gone wrong. I don't plan on using them too much, and so they are very bad looking. I won't lie. They're very, if you watch Green and you know the ones he made, yeah, it's basically those, but with just a dinosaur thrown on the picture. More creates, yeah. True. I just need to learn, because, like, guys, I'm an engineering major. I should be able to just learn it and figure out how to do all the stuff, but I'm, how you say, lazy, and I don't wanna. I don't wanna. That's my reason I don't wanna. So, sue me. Don't sue me, because Codacorp's kind of struggling as it is right now. We're trying to get our feet off the ground in terms of fiscal, things. I am excited to actually get to work on Codacorp stuff as well. I did throw that in the starting screen. Spike made that little logo, and I thought it was adorable and so cute. And so I'm really excited to get to work on more Codacorp stuff, and like trying to get some of that stuff actually set up. I think will be phenomenally cute. I say cute, it's an evil corporation hell-bent on mass destruction. Not actually. We're just here for what's best. Trust Codacorp. Codacorp's never done anything wrong so far. Whoop. But yeah. Okay. This one. This side's gonna be a bit of a challenge. We're gonna do... Let's do a Juddy out one. Kind of like Sue. Yeah. Thank you guys, everybody, for being here, by the way. I see 18 of you. Thanks for tuning in. You guys are awesome and amazing, and I hope you're all doing fantastic, phenomenally. I think it's, really cool that you guys are watching. Yeah, I'm live, and I'm scared sometimes. Bend the Leos, make these enclosures. That's fair. They are a little small. Obviously, like, we're in, Minecraft, so I don't ever, like, really try and make them, like, the most accurate in terms of scale that they would be. They might end up getting one, as I expand the aquarium out in the sub levels, just because fossils is going to be adding, you know, more aquatic species eventually. And so I'm excited. I'm excited to see like which ones they add, and like obviously like if you've seen the video, it kind of like their enclosures are all there. I'm excited to push them all this way and around into kind of the terraforming we're doing right now. There will be a lot that probably get some amount of expansion. Okay, I kind of have talked about this. I don't, like, people have asked if I should do Twitch. I don't do Twitch because I don't watch Twitch as a person. Like, I know that Twitch is the streaming service, or, like, the streaming platform, but, like, I don't know. I just have never watched Twitch. Like, whenever I'm watching a stream, I'm always watching on YouTube. So, like, I don't know. I kind of try not to make anything that I wouldn't personally watch. Whether that be videos or live streams, just because. Though, I will say that has been something that my friend has told me, and I really need to listen to her more, because she's so far been always right. And I don't know why I like haven't been listening to her. I forget what it was. It was the channel banner. For the longest time, I just was like, I don't need a channel banner. And then she was like, you need to make a channel banner. And the second I made one, I felt so much better about everything. Just having that little cute graphic, which I hope you guys like. Let me know. Because I was proud of it, you know. It took some time to make, but I think it was worth. It's cute. There were two versions of it. I made the first version, but I made the aspect ratio wrong. I made it in terms of like TV scale, and so I had to scrap it because it just looked weird on mobile and desktop, which, you know, in hindsight, probably should have done more research before I just started working on it. And then the second I, you know, realized that, I was like, oh, darn, I just spent like 2 hours making this graphic that I'm like never going to get to use now. Don't worry, because I ended up turning it into my YouTube, like, streaming start screen. Oh yeah, realistic size would be, like, absolutely crazy. So, like, don't ever, like, I try and, like, somewhat make the biomes that, like, everything's in somewhat realistic, just because I want to avoid the comments that are like, that's not accurate. One, I'll tell you, I don't really care about accuracy. I mean, it's Minecraft. We're obviously like it can be whatever. You can explain it in any kind of lore that you want, like, oh, the dinosaurs, you know, adapted, or like, you know, you can come up with a lore reason as to why things are different, but like, I don't know. I try and give them the right biome, but definitely not the right size, because like Lightacat just said, that's huge and like insane and not fun as a builder. Because another big thing, like, I do think of when I'm like making enclosures is like, what's gonna be fun for me? Because at the end of the day, I am the person building, and I'm the one like doing all the work. So as long as I'm having fun, I'm happy. But the second I start like over stressing about the realism and the like, oh, this dinosaur needs this, that's probably like when I should have a conversation with myself, like, hey, dude, it's not that serious. It's not that deep. You know? You know? What creatures do I want in the mod? You should have asked me like a couple weeks ago before the swamp, because before the swamp I would have told you like more Spinosaurid creatures. But now I don't want them to add any for a while, because I don't want to make the swamp any bigger. So, but they on their next one they're doing, or the next update FA is doing, I don't think they had any like really truly swamp style creatures, so I think I'm safe for a while. I will say I do want more like I want more herbivores. I would love some more Ankylosaurids and Stegosaurids, which I think are also coming in the next update. I forgot to resume recording. That's annoying. I don't know when I stopped that. But yeah, I like a lot of herbivores. I do think we also need some more large carnivores. Just because the Spino and the T-Rex are the only two big ones. Like the Allos are sizable and the Ceratosaurs they're medium sized, I guess. So I would say some more big carnivores would be nice to play around with. Because the Moses get like all the space and yeah, that's true. Okay, but not the best. You can do more Twitch. Making realistic park though. Yeah. Small end of the measurements. Baryonyx. Yeah, like so like if they added like Suchomimus baryonyx, I would love I would think that's so cool. But I also like I don't want to build in the swamp anymore for a while. Cuz I like hard focused on that for like a month of my life, honestly. So I'm excited for the break that, you know, I'm giving myself away from it. Cuz there was a lot like just because I made the biome so detailed and stuff, and I wanted to keep, like, I started it off, and I was like, this is actually really cool, I like this, but to keep that consistent was a lot of resources and stuff, so it was a lot of gathering, and, yeah. Yeah. Hadrosaurs, environmental features, yeah. I would also like some more Hadrosaurs, like, Para feels lonely to me. I would like a Hadrosaur duckbill or something. Just to give the para a friend. You know? Oh, I should have gotten more stone. I do think, yeah, some Hadrosaurs would be very cute. Very cool. I'd be down with those. There's some stone. Gotta empty out all these boxes. I'm liking it. I think that's looking really cool. What do you guys think? The like cut rock almost. Honestly, let me get your input on this. So you'll see kind of like this is all cut. Do I leave this less cut? Or I guess I should probably make it look cut because this is very sheer. And I guess the whole point is that we want it to look very manufactured, but I'm liking this. We need to work on this area. But no, I think it's coming along good. I'm liking the progress we're making. I think it's good. I think it's good. Okay. I have resumed the replay. I remembered. I have remembered. I'm going to try and kind of fill in along this back wall. And I'm going to carve this out a little bit. I'm going to add a dip, I guess, is the best way to describe what I have in my brain popsicle. True. Okay. I can do. So I did think about trying to, like, plan this out with Axiom, because I got a little bit of a tutorial from Light, actually. And I decided against it because I don't know. I think I'll keep, like, all my Axiom stuff for the SMP. And try and... Because I've done... So far, in this world, I have used no, like, pre-planning on the terraforming. All of the terraforming has kind of just been... You know, I wing it. So I kind of like that vibe. Also, hello, welcome back. Oh, speaking of, there's Light right there. He's online. But yeah, so like I kind of like how free-formed I've kept this, or like by hand, I guess. So I don't know if I'll ever plan out with Axiom in this world, but definitely on the SMP, I've been like trying to test some things. You know, try and test some things out on the SMP because I like Axiom. Like the little bits I've gotten were really cool and really interesting to figure out. Like, oh wow, this mod, you know, is wicked. It's like really cool. And that's just one of the things that's what makes the SMP really great, is I've gotten to meet a lot of people that have like taught me a lot of things. Like definitely on the SMP, like it has helped me become a better YouTuber. in terms of like editing, thumbnail creation, like all that good stuff. It's large parts because of the SMP and all the amazing people that are on it. Just a shout out, you know. I love my SMP members. I do really miss Charlie. He's been in the States for I think he's been gone for a month. So he hasn't been able to play anything, which is, you know, I miss him. I miss the man. I miss him. But I think he gets back like somewhere around Christmas time. So hopefully we'll get to play after Christmas, which I'm excited for. Very excited for. Very excited for. I'm trying to do something like. Actually, let's do that. Maybe. How's this looking from afar? It's alright. It's okay. What does it need? I think this needs to be a thingy. Like, maybe if I carve this out and throw this higher, I'm thinking. I think. Aww. Thank you, Light. Thanks, Light. I won't tell anyone. Get him a laptop. We should get Charlie a laptop. Though, let's be so real, Light. I don't think any laptop's running the amount of mods we have on the SMP. Like, I feel so badly for anyone that's attempted that, you know? That we have so many mods on the SMP that it's like crazy. I have no idea who okayed this. It's probably Poe. and it was Light. You had a hand in this, but come on, man. How do I sorry, this part's like kind of confusing me because honestly, maybe if I just step back a little bit. Or you know what? What if I just add a little dip? That'll look better with some slabs, but if we add a little dip onto there and a little bit of angular onto there, I think that'll help. We'll have to go get some slabs in a sec. But I think that'll help a little bit. And then this can be the start of kind of a plateau area. Or honestly, we can just leave that, yeah. We can leave that as like it used to be a little bit of a plateau workspace area. Where that dirt is. Dude. Run a 4 gigabyte. Oh yeah, if the pack was optimized, but I doubt is the SMP pack optimized though? Because I don't really think so. Some days some days I just consistently crash, and then some days like it takes forever to load, and I blame someone. I don't know who, but I do blame somebody. Somebody's responsible for this. But yeah. Oh yeah, that is what I thought. Like the pack's not optimized, not at all. I will say I'm excited to work with this area. I built this forever ago, like genuinely forever ago, and I've done nothing with it. Like I've done all the terraforming and stuff, and it's like I've not done anything with it. And like I've even got this area out here that I'm going to put more hills onto. And I've just not done anything. I've just not done anything with it. And I'm trying to figure out what I do to make that area better, you know? So far I've come up with zilch. Zilch, I tell you. I will say, anytime you guys anytime I work on something and then like I come back to it or like I leave it in the videos, it's because I ran out of what the idea I was gonna do. Um, and I don't really know what I am gonna put there because I was like, oh yeah, let's build a plains biome. And that was mostly for the Diplodocus because I was getting real excited for the Diplodocus because I wanted a sauropod real bad. And then after I did the Diplodocus, I was like, oh, what do I do now? So that's kind of where I hit with that project. So I did all that massive terraforming and stuff. Well, then again, I will say I was going to do Gallimimus, and that is a planned one for the plains, is to do the galleys. But I kind of got into a how am I going to decorate the lagoon? Because like obviously the lagoon is the backdrop of the plains biome. So what kind of halted my process on the plains was like, oh wait, I don't know what I'm going to be doing with the lagoon, so I can't work on the plains if I don't know what the backdrop's going to be. So I ended up like just kind of forgetting about the plains and moving on to the swamp because I was like, I don't know what the lagoon's going to look like. And the swamp was like just out of the way enough that I could like figure out how that worked before I finished up work on the lagoon. But we're doing the lagoon now, so kind of like how I did probably in the last like set of episodes. You know how like I worked on the aquarium for a bit, and then just a random episode I was like, we're doing Triceratops today. That's probably what's gonna happen with the galleys. Is I'll just be doing this video. Probably we'll just I think probably this video will be all Mosasaur, and then we'll do all Lagoon. Like we'll do all Lagoon next episode, and then probably the episode right after that we'll probably work on some Gallimimus or some kind of plains animal. Maybe Ceratos might go in the plains. Because it's well then again we just did carnivores. So probably galleys. Yeah. But no, I am excited that I'm making progress on Lagoon. I shouted it out last stream, but I've got all the walkways kind of mostly put in, or at least like enough to where I can keep working on them between episodes and between streams as like a small project. Okay, okay. I will say this will eventually look better with slabs and stairs and all the different like other blocks I end up using when I'm shaping. But for just the shape, like the big shapes, I am genuinely really liking what we're working on, what we're accomplishing together. And by together I mean what you guys are watching me do. But it's nice to feel like you guys are here helping. You're the emotional support for me, which I enjoy because I like having you guys here. And some days I need it. I need the emotional support. I'm yapping, by the way. I have nothing to talk about at the moment, so please bring something up. My brain's kind of only focused on these rocks. Boom, 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 boom. I think good. I think like that, maybe, mayhaps, perchance. I think if I look back, need something there. Need something there. We do, by the way, like we need to make. I think this was talked about recently. We need to actually just make a downloadable mod pack for everybody for the mod pack for the SMP. We need to take out the private stuff, obviously. That is only for the SMP stuff, but we need to, because Jacob brought it up and it was a good point, that people want the mod pack to just be able to download. Oof. I think that's good. I think I want this one to go out a little bit more. Yeah, it was planned. Well, that does make sense. That makes a lot of sense. Like, a lot of sense. A lot of sense. I would do it, but I also am too scared to like overstep, you know? Because I don't wanna make the mod pack and then accidentally forget to like remove something. So I would. But I also like I'm really inept, or not, is inept the right word? I'm really not computer good. That's how I say. I'm not computer good. If you guys couldn't tell that already, I'm bad. I am real bad at computers and editing and all the things that everybody else is really good at. I just like place block. Me place block, look good, hope video like, you know? That's why they put me in charge of scheduling and stuff for the event, because I could not do nothing else. Nothing else. That's fair. I will continue to be scared light because I don't want to overstep. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do anything wrong. I want it to be good. I want it to all work. Okay, this is looking good. I'm thinking it looked good. It looked pretty. I might knock this down a couple blocks. Maybe up one block. Maybe do that. Yes. Do some. Oh no, wait, that's the same Z's. Maybe do this. Yes. Now it's different. Okay. We'll do a little bit of this. Do a little bit of this. I will say that the texturing I'm gonna do is basically the exact same way I'm gonna texture the mammoth enclosure on the live stream day, which I do need to make the graphic for at some point, because Spike made a bunch of the stuff, like asset stuff, but he's going out with friends tonight, so I need to try and make an official looking one. I posted all the times in the fan Discord, but obviously that's kind of Discord looking and it doesn't look great. Doesn't look great, I won't lie. But it's accurate because it's in everyone's time zone, which is good. Very nice. That's probably fine. That's probably fine. I'm really trying to figure out how to make all these rocks look halfway decent, you know? It's I'm trying to, like, I'm really locked in on the making sure I rotate the shapes enough to where there's at least some variance, I guess. I'm trying real hard not to make it look silly. Oh, excuse me. I'm also really excited because I'm going to hang out with friends tomorrow, which does kind of have me a little bit scared that I won't be able to prep more for the holiday thingy. But also, I'm really excited to see my friends because I haven't seen them since like halfway through the semester, and I miss them quite dearly, quite dearly. So I'm excited to see them. Excited to see them, and I have to promise myself that I'm not gonna yap about dinos. Oh yeah, all of those will do tons. The textures and all that. What's 5 prehistoric creatures you would personally add to FA if you were able to? If I was in charge, obviously, and I could have my dream list of just anything. Well, so I think I've said this. My favorite dinosaur is Stegosaurus, so we've already got that. So I'm happy with that. I would say I would like a another Stegosaurid. So like a Kentrosaurus maybe would be a good one that I would want. Um, Obviously this is basic, but I'd love to see Carnotaurus at some point or another. I love the Carnos. What's another good one? Euteranus would be a really cool one just because it's a feathered carnivore, which like we don't have a large feathered carnivore yet. We had we had the T-Rex for a bit as full feathered, and now we've gone back on that as well. So I don't know. We you know, it'd be nice to have one. Have a large feathered one. I'm trying to think. Because we have a lot of the big ones that I like really enjoy. Again, another Hadrosaur, like maybe an Edmontosaurus or Corythosaurus would be phenomenal with the head crest. That would be really cute. Tapijara as like a flying reptile would be really amazing. I always love those ones with the big crest. Those are always good. And then how many have I said? I've said a couple. I don't know. Giga, obviously everybody wants the Giga. Just to have that guy. Troodon. That's what I'm thinking of. Troodon would be really cute. Or like I would like Troodon. I know they're not like they were my favorite part about the Jurassic Park game, and I know that those aren't accurate at all, but they were really menacing with like the glow in the dark eyes and stuff. Like I thought that was scary as a kid when I played. I was like, oh, terrifying. Terrifying. That would be another cute one. I would love the prehistoric penguin. I think I brought that up one of my first weeks on the SMP. I was like, oh my god. It was in the like previews or something, or there was at least a similar creature that was like the penguin looking one, and it was in the previews on the wiki for forever before they like updated all that stuff. And I would love if that one came back because it was really cute and I want it. So, you know. But yeah, I like the roster we have. I have no real complaints. Like I've said it last stream and I'll say it again. FA is my favorite dinosaur mod for Minecraft. I love the roster. I love what they've done with it. I like any update that they add and any creature they add, I'm just gonna love. So I'm not too pressed about what I specifically want. Plants in the mod? I don't know a whole lot about prehistoric plants, but I can tell you, like, generally, I would love to see some aquatic plants, from FA, because obviously we have the base Minecraft ones, and those are lovely to work with, but some actual, like, prehistoric plants ones would be cool. I do love the ferns, like the prehistoric ferns, but my biggest complaint with them is that as soon as you place them, they just infest your world under all the leaf blocks, and as someone who uses like a bunch of custom trees and stuff, that gets to be a lot because then your custom forest is just completely covered in these like ferns, and like the texture by itself is really cool, but it kind of gets a lot when there's a bajillion of them, you know? So I would say it, if anything, I would like either a different version of the fern or the fern to be adjusted to, you know, not grow under leaves or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a complainer about that. Just finished the new SMP episode. What did you think? I won't lie. I was happy enough with it, but I'm excited to do my next one because I think it'll be better than this previous one that I just put out. I've had that done for like a week, and like still I was like, it was okay in my brain space. It was good enough to post, but and I could watch it, which was good. Like I always watch them before, and if I like get super duper bored of it, then I don't typically, or like I tweak it and change it. But I don't know. The episode was kind of like how I was playing, which was very sporadically and very like all over the place. Just because, yeah, like because I focused so much on my single player over like the past couple months and stuff, that I didn't have a whole lot of time for the SMP. But I'm excited to get back into it, especially after the stream day. Excited to work on more of my island and stuff. A lot easier to get work done over there, so I'm excited to get some done. Where is this? There it is. Is that cool? That might be cool. I think maybe like that. Oh no. Yes? Yes. May chance. You can't just say perchance. Yeah, that's true. The ferns, they used to just grow everywhere, which so big improvement that they grow under the leaves, but still, even then, when you're someone that builds with a lot of leaves, they just infest everything. And yeah, it's like I did see yeah, the ones that were during that they did come from the one, and I completely see that happening. I was gonna talk about it to you guys, but I was also like, oh, we gotta keep going. But yeah, no, they just kind of infest every single part of your world with just the one thing. I'm gonna make that one overhang a little bit. Add some interest. Why not? I think that's cool. Do we think that's cool? I think it'll help once it's textured and there's foliage and stuff, but oh wait, I see a little problem spot. I see a little problem spot. This over here. This little area. Not that. And yeah, this, like, once I tie it into the plains biome a little bit better, it'll help. And slabs, stairs, and foliage will be a lifesaver in this whole thing. But I think that's cool. I hope you guys like that. I'm liking it. Yeah, that's another thing about the ferns. It's like you could remove them like a bajillion times, and no matter how many times you tried to like get rid of all of them, they would just keep coming back. There'd always be one hiding just somewhere, and then you leave it for like 20 minutes, and then you've got the problem's back essentially. Boats to the island, probably going to be doing a create train that's going to like dock at the port, and then going to go out to Corp Island and then come back, and then I'll also probably try and put some cargo ships just like going around. Hi King, welcome back. Yeah. Okie dokie. I'm liking that more than what we had before, and I think once it gets like some texture on it, I think that'll be really cool. Let's finish up. We can probably finish up that cliff a little bit. We can definitely get this done. What time is it? 6. Okay, I've only been going for an hour. You know what? This has been going by faster than I thought. I thought this would take longer. But so far so good. So far so good. I think now that we're moving away from the walkway, I'll have a little bit more room to work with. I think that was my problem with that space back there, was just that it was so close together. That was a little difficult. Let's go along here. And again, like I just said, the foliage, slabs, all that will help bring it in a lot better, a lot neater, you know. But yeah, let me read. Which I will say Kyoto wish we based near each other. Oh yeah, so we could have like cargo boats and stuff. Yeah. Any top 5 picks would be Thylakleo, Superland, Gorgonopsid. Yeah. No, all good choices, all good choices. Trains and land, yes. So again, like so my on the SMP, because Jacob's kind of heading up all the train station stuff. Mine, I just kind of I wanted to get it done for him, and that's kind of why this past episode was focused on that. Like, I just wanted to have it ready for him for whenever he wants to. I didn't want him to be waiting on me or anything, so I was just like, might as well dedicate the third episode to just getting this underway, so that way when he gets around to the actual train logistics and stuff, I'm not causing any problems. Essentially, I don't like being the problem. So, you know, which is kind of different from what I guess my character is on the SMP, considering I'm the evil corporation that wants everything and all things. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. We're a perfectly normal corporation that is wants nothing more than the joy of the world and the peace, love, and prosperity of all things. No, I really love my little Codacorp vibes that I'm getting done. I really like I think it was Mousy who made the fan art with me as like the penguin in the suit, and I thought it was really cool. Like I like the businessman vibes. The server has Spike to be... Yeah, Spike's the problem. Well, yeah. He took kind of a break from the SMP, but he got back on recently, and he's obviously going to be one of your streamers on Sunday. He worked on his zoo entrance. I don't know if he said he was going to make it into a video or if he was just playing to play, have a little bit of fun. You know. Originally, I wasn't going to include Spawn in the video. Like, I was just kind of playing to play between kind of like working on my single player and doing all the final studying and stuff. So, originally, like, Spawn wasn't going to be part of the video, and I was just going to be like, oh, yeah, I did this. I mean, even in the video, I kind of, like, touched on it and then moved on. But, like, I probably wasn't even going to mention it in the first like iteration of the video I had in my head, but I ended up, just because the train station was a smaller project, I did include the spawns portion, just be like, hey, I've been doing other things as well, so don't think I'm lazy. It's just the train station was like, because we started working on the train station and I had the design, and then I also started working on the holiday event area as well. Doing stuff for that. Boom, boom, boom. There's nothing suspicious about Codacorp. I don't know why everyone keeps saying that, you know? Okay, almost out of stone. I think honestly this looks pretty good. Like, I think this is kind of what I had envisioned. I think maybe make that one a tad bit taller. Just by a couple blocks, and then I'll add slabs eventually. But yeah, no, I think that's pretty good. I'm happier with that. Now, I'm gonna stop the recording, and I'm gonna save it real quick, just so that way I don't lose the replay file. So sorry that you guys have to look at the home screen for a minute. Actually, wait, I can just relaunch the world and have it be saving, can't I? I just want that to be a separate file, so that way it doesn't get corrupted, or if I continue, it doesn't get corrupted. Which has happened. You know, replay mod's a little all over the place. Is the problem child. But Oh yeah, because I did stream some of the process and all that. And like so it just I wasn't recording any of it. Like I forgot to. Bad YouTuber, I know. But okay, let's go. Hmm. I should have. I don't want those. If I throw stone up and I look in here, I have some of the resources required. And then if I grab in here, you can see all my back tanks, as well as my diving helmets. Oh, I'll need the elytra to get over there. Yippee! Oh wait, I miscalculated. I actually have way more air than I need. Okay, so I will say that we'll probably start over here. And the first thing I'm going to do is remove a ton of this kelp. Because the kelp, whilst I will be adding kelp, like, into the actual exhibit, it's going to be drastically different from how this is all placed and how this all looks. Because I think I might be replacing the floor with a different block. Other than, like, I think gravel will probably be mixed in, but I want to do some other, because I'll also be doing, like, dark cliffs, you know? Like, because the cliffs will be made out of deep slate, so I want to have a darker block mixed in for the floor as well, you know? And I also want to keep in mind that this used to be a quarry, so there needs to be walkable space as well. So when we do the terraforming, right, there's gotta be some good, I don't know, there's just gotta be some stuff. There's gotta be some, like, edges where things have, like, where they, like, arced things, where they worked on, where they, like, carved more. Finally get rid of the scaffolding. I don't know why this is here. Yeah. I like, again, like I talked about it when someone asked about the plants. I do want some more aquatic plants, you know? There. I have saved and I have named it, so I will remember what that was. Yeah, I wish, like, because obviously the aquatic update was a phenomenal update and definitely, like, improved the ocean substantially. I do wish there was more aquatic plants, though. You know, when they announced the Nautilus was coming to Minecraft, I did kind of expect them to update the ocean. I'm not going to hold it to you. I thought that we were going to finally get deeper oceans just because, like, obviously Nautilus was kind of a more, in my mind at least, is more of a deep water, I guess. And since Caves and Cliffs, the oceans are the same size as they were pre Caves and Cliffs, and now the world size is like 5 times bigger. Not 5 times, but you know, it's much bigger. It goes down a lot deeper. So I wish we had deeper oceans to kind of go down deeper into, like, deep slate levels and stuff as well. Oh yeah, don't worry, Evil Banana. We will be doing some abandoned machinery. I think we're going to turn them into, like, coral reef growing things. I didn't grab any stone. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm losing it. Losing my touch. Losing my mind. Where is the stone? I should have tons. I do. There we go. But yeah. Everyone that's here, how was your day? I do want to know. I care about you all. I want to know what you guys are up to. I think, okay, if we... Let me look. Where should we start? For one, I've kind of laid out this trim. All of that wall needs to be pushed forward. So let's do that real quick. I'm going to throw out this. That'll be fine. So let's push all this wall that I already have forward. because I originally was just gonna have it be a flat wall going all the way to the bottom, and then I decided it needs a little bit of a lip, like a little bit of an angle down, and it's gonna kind of influence the cliff, obviously, because we're gonna try and make it look like this abandoned quarry was kind of reclaimed and repurposed. So like these walkways that I'm built that are going around were put in after the quarry was abandoned and filled with seawater. So there's like a progression of things, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull it off right, or I hope I'll be able to pull it off in at least a somewhat cool way. I hope you guys think I'm cool. I'm just yapping to myself in the room playing Minecraft, building the quarry for extinct reptile. Yeah, the sand needs to go. This needs to go deeper. Much deeper, much deeper. Okay, I'm gonna break this a little bit as well. Break this. Hopefully. And if we bring it out a little bit, it does, like, I think that little lip gives it a little bit more structure. And I do think I'm gonna, I'm telling you guys a lot of assignments that I have to do, but I do probably want to, texture the wall so it won't just be straight andesite, throughout. So that's another thing I've got to do. And on the diagonal ones, I didn't do the polished. Not that. Poop. And go along, kind of following the pattern I laid out. Hopefully. Sorry if I'm like getting quiet and locking in. Whenever I'm quiet, it's because I'm building, and sometimes I forget that you guys are here, and I need to talk to you. But I'm getting better, ideally. Hopefully. Fill this in to avoid air gaps. Is that kind of in line with what we did on the other side? Close enough, I'd say. Close enough. And if we go along here, about to there, we'll be good. I want to give this one about like 4 blocks of wiggle room that we'll cover up with the cliff as well. So I'm kind of building this as just like a baseline. Like I need it to be about this deep, because I want to give the Mosasaur plenty of space to like come up to the walkways almost. So I think around there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that'll be good. About this deep. Yeah. And I'm trying to reclaim some of this andesite because I don't want to collect more. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to collect any more. Yeah, when I build, I am just a complete like lock in, zone out. There have been several days where I've said not a word to anyone because I have just been building and I have not spoken a single word. I really enjoy when I'm building to just like have a podcast or have some music in the background. It's really relaxing, I won't lie. But obviously I'm streaming and copyright will annihilate me if I tried to do something like that. I might look into trying to find like a playlist to play in the background, like just some peaceful music. I know Fern found one. I should ask him. Should ask him what that is. I know it was like the Minecraft one, but I don't know where he found that, and I don't know how to. Again, with me being inept at the internet and computers, I don't know how most of that stuff works. I won't lie, and I know that makes me a bad YouTuber to not understand all that stuff, but I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't want to admit how long it took me to figure out how to put the chat on screen and have it have an invisible background. Okay? It took so long. I spent like an hour researching and trying to find a way and like trying to figure it out, and then I realized it was just this website that I could, get the code from, and I watched so many tutorials, so many tutorials. I'm like, here's how you do the chat, and here's how you make it invisible. And I was like, I tried that, it didn't work. So yeah, no, it was a pain. I won't lie to you. It was a pain trying to figure all that out. But I did. I figured it out, and it is now working, and you can now see the chat on screen. I don't know, like something relaxing. Kinda. I'm in a chill vibe. Do you have something? Cause I'll take it. You just tell me how to put it on. Is it just you add a media source in OBS? That's what I assume it would be, but I could be so wrong. I get shaders in Minecraft. Shaders is always tricky, but it's so you kind of have to, depending on which route you go, you can use Optifine, or I use what's it called? It's like one of the first, Iris, I think, is the one I use. It's like one of the first ones on Labyrinth. Oh yeah, no, don't worry, dude. Me too. Like, the process of me figuring out how to get mods back when I was younger, like, took way longer than it should have. And I don't know. I'm just inept. I'm not, like, I'm a civil engineering major. My roommate's the CS guy, and I don't understand what he does half the time. Like, he once came in and helped me upgrade to, he came in and helped me upgrade to Windows 11. And he was just doing all the things that you're supposed to do. And I was like, what are you doing? And he was like, oh, I got you. And I was like, ah, kill. Glad I don't got to worry about it. Light, what if I told you that I don't have a Spotify account? What if I told you that I've never had a Spotify account? I probably should. I should make one. Or maybe I do. I might have made one at one point. Optifine there, so you can either get, depending on if you're using Forge or Fabric, you can, if you're using Forge, I believe, you can just, like, put it in, like, it's a mod, I think. Could be wrong. And then, or you can just, like, double-click to install it as if it's, like, a Forge launcher or something. And then it works. I don't remember. I couldn't explain the whole process to you without actually running through it, but I don't want to go through and doing my screen. Don't beat me, Lightacat. That's not nice. I scared. But yeah, no, I just don't use Spotify, guys. I'm sorry. My dad paid for Apple Music when I was like younger, so I've never made the switch. Just because it's already paid for. I can just siphon off of his account. I'm cheap, if you couldn't tell. Very, very cheap. I'm also, okay, I'm kind of concerned for what we're doing right now because, like, I'm not currently recording with Replay, but as soon as I do, are you going to be able to see this on the replay footage? Like, that's another reason I've been hesitant to work on this, is because, like, I don't know how well it's going to translate onto video. I wish we had Flashback, because doesn't Flashback have, like, a special thing for water and such? I think. I don't know. Could be wrong. Could be so wrong. Okay, Light. I'm sorry that I don't use Spotify. Hi, Haley. Do the application audio. Set it to Apple Music. You'll need to find your own playlist, though. Okay. Okay. I check. Okay. Honestly, Light, send me the playlist on Spotify. I'll have it for next stream. Probably not the Christmas one though, but for next, regular stream. Unless there's like a Christmas chill playlist. In which case I might consider that one. I don't want that. Oh, I'm out of andesite. Darn. Let's dig this out a little bit more. I want it all to be 4 blocks deeper than where we're at currently. So that way there's ample room for the Mosa to like swim along the wall. Like I think this will be plenty of room for it to like swim along the walkways, I think. Before we like meet the cliff, I guess, is the best terminology I can say. We'll have to go grab some more andesite here in a second. And we'll throw blocks together. But yeah, I think I'm really liking where this is going, and I am excited that we're back over here. No, that scared me actually. that kind of scared me. That little reminder. But yeah. No, I don't have my elytra. I'm like, why am I not flying? Yeah, I think once the cliffs go all the way around this whole enclosure, it should look really, really cool. I'm hoping and praying. I'm sure there's still Christmas. Just be careful of using non-MC music on YouTube streams, as copyright will just smack you. That's why I stream on Twitch. That's fair. That's fair. Okay, copyright just confuses me. I don't know what I'm allowed to do and when. So that's why that's why I've been using the same like time-lapse songs over and over again, is because I know they're safe and they won't smack me for using them. Do I have no andesite. Let's go check if I have any back in my base. This will be a good chance to fly over. Fly over to my base. I do need to do something with this patch of land as well. I have some plans, like I want to make a sniffer farm for some of the like plants that it gives, and then obviously over there is unfinished because it needs trees and foliage and stuff to finish off that backdrop and such. But you know, my nose. I was about to sneeze, but then I held it back. Oh, painful that was. I have so little andesite. Why do I have none? There might be some over by my beacon. We'll mute your stream, so stop your stream on Twitch. You just mute your VOD. Oh, okay. That's fair. Ooh, is that deep enough for glow squids? I might have to try and incorporate that, so that way we can get some glows in the enclosure. That'd be cool. Okay, we've got a little bit of andesite, but I'm sure there was probably some patch of andesite around here. There's a little bit right there. Ooh, does this keep going? Ooh, it does. Yes! I can just mine all of this. And then we can have so much andesite! This is nice, because before stream I was collecting deep slate and cobbled deep slate in some shulker boxes, just kind of preparing for the terraforming, like the texturing that we're gonna do. So this is nice to have instamine. because I don't understand why deep slate and stuff is not insta-mine. Like, I get it's deeper, but there should be some way to insta-mine it, in my humble opinion. Obviously, I can do the create thing. I know I should do it. I need to do the create thing, and I probably will, just because I don't want to keep mining deep slate, and we're going to need a lot of it. Because I've already used how much stone, and then I'm going to have to match that with, like, deep slate and other stuff, so. How much? That's a little bit of andesite. We'll collect what we just got, and then I'll head back over to where we were working. And then I'm just going to keep this area in mind for when we need more. Have I collected all that I can collect? I don't need any more stone. Give all the andesite. Thanks. We'll remember to come back if we need more. Yeah. Okay. Now we fly. There we go. Hello, Ryan. How you doing? Create. Oh, can you farm andesite and create? Is that a thing? Can I do that? If you're about to tell me that's a thing, I might cry live on stream. Huh. Because I use andesite a lot, and I always am running out, and as you can tell by my andesite chest, I am currently out. So, oh, okay. Well, so you want me to cry, is what I'm hearing. I'm gonna start crying right now. Very upset by this information. Okay. Now, on that side of the rock wall, we have completed as deep of andesite as I want to go for right now. We'll take some andesite over just to have to work with. I'm just gonna throw those in there. And those in there. And now we load up on stone again. There, we take it over there. I know you can farm a lot and create. I'm just bad at it, and I don't know what's possible. I need to spend like a weekend and just be like, okay, this is what I can do. But obviously I have not done that yet. Okay, we are going to throw on this and this. Okay, and then I'm going to start my recording. And then we're just gonna basically do what we did up top, but down here. And there will be some areas that look dumb, and there will be some areas that look good. Yes? Very good. I think. Mies thinks. Is good. I just continuously keep building the little, like, squares. Essentially. Like, already that feels nice. I am realizing that I am gonna have to, like, come back over and do all of the deep slate and stuff, and that's gonna be mildly challenging. And by mildly challenging, I mean really challenging. But I don't know. That's its own assignment that I have to do. Because again, if I can get the main enclosure space done today, or like in this next episode, right? If I can get the containment done, I can get a Mosasaur, and that'll be really cool, and everyone will think I'm so awesome, right? And so once I get that in, it'll be good. And that's kind of why I'm focused on just doing the stone for now, because like the actual texturing, I really plan on like putting a ton of time and effort into. because I want it to look really like cool and like it won't be accurate to anything, but it'd be nice. I also, on these ones, I don't have to worry about on these ones I don't have to worry about making sure that the gaps are like the cliffs are like 1 to 2 blocks high at the base. I can throw that there and have no problem with it. Like in all my other exhibits, like I have to make sure they're too high or they've got slabs or something to keep the creatures in. I don't have to worry about this one because, you know, I what's it called? Because they're just encaptured by the water. They can't swim out onto land. Land Mosa? Never heard of a thing. I know I can ask Light, but I do want to learn. I want to learn Create because I want to figure out how to have original ideas or whatever. But I think this is cool. I think that's already just helped massively. I'm going to kind of focus my efforts and energy on the areas that like need it. Like this is a gap in the wall. All of this is a gap in the wall. So we're gonna kind of focus on those areas. Also, thank you, Dolphin, for the boost. I forget how absolutely insane you are when you have Depth Strider and a Dolphin. I wonder if he's still around. Can I get that again, sir? Ah, nah, whatever. Yeah, we're gonna focus on the gaps and try and plug those in. Yeah. Try and get all this set up. I can get like that. I think that'll be cool. I am really excited to get the Mosa because I have been like anticipating it for a very long time now, you know. It's been like it's on my bucket list, and having an actual enclosure for it is something that I've never attempted in survival. Or like at least a good enclosure for it. Like I've done one in like a creative world when I was a kid, and it was kind of just a box in the ocean. But I'm excited to actually have a legitimate enclosure for the Mosa, and one that I built predominantly in survival. I think is going to be something I'm really proud of at the end, and I hope looks really cool and that you guys like it a ton. I care about what you guys think. If it ends up looking really, really bad, please tell me in the comments because I will fix it. If it does. Good, good, that's good. I like. There. And then like a so. Oh! What's that? How deep is this cave? Okay, not bad. I was like, oh crap, did we if I tapped into another like gigantic cave, I was gonna be real upset. Because that has happened a little bit throughout this whole project. I've like tapped into like a large cave system. And I don't know how I'm gonna fill it with water if I have to end up filling it. Or excuse me, Dolphin. Excuse me. I don't need this right now. Hey, excuse me. Excuse me, sir. Yeah. Because the water physics in Minecraft are a little bit janky to like fill in irregular shapes. I think isn't there a way? Okay, I'm gonna ask my first create question. Isn't there a way that I can like pump water into a space and fill it up? Right? That's a thing, if I remember. That I remember seeing and remember thinking was cool. But I could be so wrong. And just completely misinformed. But can you like just pump water into a place? let me know. I think like that. I think down like this. Yes, mechanical pump and pipes. Okay, cool. So that might end up happening at some point. Just trying to get some of that, like, because there's some weird funky areas that have no water in them that need some water, some love, some life. Does that kind of look cool underwater? Are we vibing with that? I like how look how. Me like how look how. I think could be cool. Me like how look how. If anyone gets that reference, you're awesome. And you know ball. You know ball if you get that reference. And then we'll go progress check, Ryan. So here's the cliff that we've kind of remade. This was a lot more organic, and we've kind of got these more geometric rock structures. We also did another one over there. And this is going to be kind of like a rock quarry. That's a little problem spot that I didn't notice before. That one's very, I don't know. It's gonna try and be very like geometric and look like it's like they've been taking big chunks of rock out and stuff. And there's gonna be layers to the whole thing down here that I'm gonna figure out. I think like kind of along this wall, I might follow this little section and put the cliff along and then make a more flat area on this wall. But we will have to see. We will have to see what I end up doing. Deep slate, I'm gonna do stone first, and then I'm gonna go back over with deep slate. I'm doing the stone first, so that way, if I end up not liking the shape, I can insta-mine to break it. So that way, I don't spend forever, you know, doing all that, because that takes some time, and I don't want that. I don't want. I don't want. Huh. As long as you okay, so yeah, I might look into the hose pumps to fill in some of the areas that need filling in this project. Just because there's some like caves and stuff that I tapped into while I was digging that are not good at all. Dinosauric animals, maybe something similar to fern, saber-tooth cave. Okay, I think I touched on it earlier a little bit, but Cenozoic creatures in the mod are my weak spot. Mostly because I like don't know how to incorporate them real good. I don't know, like I've always had trouble trying to figure out a good spot for them. That's why I'm excited for Sunday stream day, because I get to work with the mammoths for like the first time in survival. Because that's kind of one of the things I'm tackling and excited to work on is like a mammoth enclosure. It's gonna be hard to figure out, especially with this world, because I kind of have like a biome theme. Like I work kind of like on different biomes in this national park, and trying to like incorporate them all together is a big challenge. That's why desert as well, like that biome, whenever I get around to doing that, that's kind of like I don't know what I'm going to do. Probably for the desert, I'm probably going to do a desert house, kind of. I'm going to attempt to do something like that where it's like kind of like a herb aquarium almost. And that's like it's temperature controlled. So that's how all the desert animals like Velociraptor and Proceratops are doing. In terms of the Cenozoic, I don't know if I do like a Cenozoic house or if I try and find like a different thing that I can do, like maybe some kind of iceberg or something. Yeah, true. I could do like some temperature controlled like it's difficult because I'm not making a zoo, you know? And it's like it's something that I keep like going back and forth on is like cuz I'm not making a zoo. I'm making a national park that acts as just kind of like a conservation center. Um and not a conservation center per se. Like it's just almost like it's like if when you go hiking through Yellowstone and you see a herd of bison. That's how dinosaurs are kind of like are in the lore of my world, I guess. It's just that they exist. And so trying to figure out how to make it like that is a little challenging, I guess, or is one of my challenges. So I don't know if I'd do like a whole house for the Cenozoic or try and build them like a mountain or something. Then again, some of them like the Megalania will probably end up going in the desert house, you know, because they are like, they're more savanna kind of style enclosure will probably be what I end up doing. And I forgot to click resume recording. That's annoying. Here. Let me click stop recording and let me save this one real quick. So that way it can be a small thing. Yeah, I could have like a glacier region further out from the park. Currently, the only mountain I've got going is the one out the back of my starter house, and that one's going to be where the aviary goes. Excuse me. So, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. How I'm going to do it. You know? All the things I've got to do. I've also, I won't lie, so we've just hit the, like, 2 hours on this stream, right? And that's the amount of time I have on Sunday to build the mammoth enclosure. So, I need to keep in mind, like, how much should I get done beforehand on that project. I have all the resources gathered, so it should just be a lot of, like, block placing. My tank pressure is low. And then this is clip 2. There you go. What was I saying? I need to think about how I'm gonna outline that whole exhibit and get that ready. Yeah, always could make a custom mountain. I mean, so the one I have out the back of my base is like a mix of custom and vanilla, because I kind of have built based off of the vanilla one that was already there, you know? But it is technically like I just kind of terraformed on top of it and followed the shape a little bit, which is easy to do. It just was time consuming. So I might give them their own custom mountain somewhere, like glacier area. Heck, I could use the new secret skin for the Megaloceros, and it's like the Elden Ring deer, but it looks really like frosted and stuff. I could just put him in the center and just put him out somewhere like he's making the area cold. It's definitely more mystical than my real world park, but it's funny. I'm really tapping out this back tank. There we go. Plan out your world really well and trying to make sense with the biomes, especially. That's fair. And you know what? Planning it out isn't the only way to actually make a park, you know? Like, I kind of like the plan out, and I like having a plan, but if you like, randomly working on what makes you happy, that's your own way to play. And that's, like, it's completely valid. there are so many. What I love about this game is there's so many different ways to play it and to like make it your own. And like people like to harp on people for playing with keep inventory on. I think it's perfectly fine to play with keep inventory on if that's how you enjoy the game. This is like a sandbox game after all, so playing it the way that you want to is one of the most important things you can do. So I don't know. I like to have a plan, and I like to like kind of think through like what makes sense with my world and stuff. But like if you like doing whatever, then you like doing whatever, and it's a perfectly fine way to play the game. Your next lesson will be World Painter. I technically know World Painter. Kind of. Badly. I know about it and I have used it before. Yeah. It's genuinely, this is like, it's your world. You make what you want to make out of it. And, you know, that's kind of why, when I play and make videos and people are like, if ever someone like, it hasn't happened too much to me, but if ever someone's like, that enclosure is not accurate at all, and like, I'm like, it doesn't have to be. I'm just having fun building, and I think it looks pretty. Maybe that's a little Jurassic Park-ish, you know, like doing things just because they look pretty. But, you know, it's my world. And I play predominantly because this world makes me happy. Like that, the reason I started this wasn't to make YouTube and not to get real big. It was just because I wanted to play dinos. And I wanted to have an excuse to consistently play dinos. And I honestly thank you guys for liking my videos enough to where I now have even more of an excuse to keep playing dinos. Because you guys, like, all the support in every video makes me want to come back and keep working. Which gives me that extra little bit of motivation to come back. But I think we're going to do the same thing we did over there where we bring that wall down another 4 blocks to try and give it some more depth, or like a set amount of depth that we want to keep in mind for the Mosa. Because I genuinely want there to be enough space for it to swim up. Kind of get a glimpse. I do want to decorate the walls a little bit more. Obviously they don't have any lights. I want to add lights, and I kind of want to add railing. So you don't fall into the lagoon that has creatures that would swallow you whole. You know, that's probably an important safety feature that I will consider putting in. You know? I think you guys know. There we go. Yeah, in the video, I'm probably gonna mostly focus on this. And then I obviously last stream, if you weren't here, we decorated the top of the aquarium. So I'll probably in the next video be like doing this and then cutting away to doing another interior in there. And just kind of working on genuinely just trying to finish this whole project so we can move on to the next big project I have in mind. Which I've talked about is going to be the info center, kind of like visitor center, and a good area where I can put like a member wall and some fan arts and stuff. But I'm really I don't really want to start a new big project without having this one be finished, you know? How late is it for me? It's 7 right now. 7:14. So it's not late. We've only been going for about 2 hours, so I've still got some energy. Energy to keep playing. I'm East Coast US, I think, technically, so. It's why I'm towards the later section of the stream day on Sunday. Because we're starting over in England with our boys Spiky and Smithy. And kind of working our way to the west coast of the US. Which is always good, always good. Okay, I just need a little bit more andesite, which I think did I throw some in a chest? On this side. There we go. Yeah, the safety is kind of important, you know, it's a little important so people don't fall into their death. But I mean, technically it's just me and, you know, I'm smart-ish, kind of. Not really. Not really, not really. Oh, big stretch. It's 1 a.m. for you. Dang. Really tired. Well, don't feel like you need to stay up for me. Go get some rest. The VOD will always be on my channel for later. I'm kidding. No, I think I like this vibe way more than what we had before. Because what we had before was cool and all, but I'm thinking that this, like, going all the way around is going to look absolutely wicked. Wicked, I might say. Okay, where was that working? It's over here. Not that. Not that at all. Okay, so that's a good bit of progress. And now what we can do is probably do kind of like a small amount of cliff work. Make a flat area and then have the cliff kind of go around here a little bit. Park the other day. Yeah, you were just in that park. Yeah, safety standards we do not care about safety here. The finished result, the progress seems really promising. Good night, good night. Glad you were here. Let's see. We should probably do the cliff. It's also, so I also want to do, because I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. Like the middle walkway. Am I going to give it some curve? Am I just going to make it a straight line all the way across? So I'm really trying to figure out how I'm going to do that as well. So that is a challenge. We'll have to build. Oh, that's fair. See, okay. I genuinely could install a bunch of those mods that like help building fast, make building faster. But I enjoy the vanilla game and the vanilla gameplay so much that I don't think I ever will. Just because I like it feeling like it's almost like I'm playing vanilla Minecraft with dinosaurs. You know? Like, I have all the mods on the SMP that help me go really fast and stuff. But, so I like how I kind of play almost vanilla on this world. It's nice. It's fun for me. And that's the most important thing, as long as I'm having fun. Because the second I stop having fun with this world is the second that I stop playing this world. But I have fun and I enjoy the process of just like placing every block. And then I feel it's more rewarding too. You know? For me at least, like it's more self-rewarding for me to be like, "Oh yeah, no, I placed all that. It's cool." Sorry, I'm like removing this whole kelp forest because I think there's going to be a cliff in the middle of it. So there's going to be a lot of items floating in this water. What time is it? Okay. I'm trying to decide, and I'll let you guys vote, because there's the 13 of you that are here. Could I, in about 10 minutes, just take a, like, 5-minute break and go get myself a cup of hot cocoa? Or should I end the stream in about 10 minutes? I'll let you guys decide. Because, like, I might need a small break to go and, like, get re-energized, but I could also end it for the night and keep working in silence, basically. You know? But I'll let you guys tell me what you want. I think this kelp forest is almost gone. I'll probably miss some, like, single ones that can grow back, but it's nothing. Oh my gosh, look at the kelp! Just the kelp, like, sky. Oh, goodness. Hot cocoa. Okay, I'll get hot cocoa and I'll come back. I'll get to use my new BRB screen that I made. It's real bad. It's real bad. Real bad. Okay. I need to remember the, like, because Ace is here number 2. For some reason, I've got, like, all of the numbers have a weird configuration on my chat thing that I set up. And so your number 2 looks really weird on screen. So I shall fix. Probably before Sunday, hopefully, if I remember. I do not have wings. Ah! Oh my goodness, that's a lot of item. I forgot about it and then I flew back over and loaded it in. Woof. Okay, so if I... Let's see here. I think if we... trying to figure out how to do this. Is it the font I'm using? That's fair. Well, I think it's also the color I chose. Because I think I gave it a color. And I think I chose wrong. Because I like the, I like the blocky font feel, you know? Because it's very Minecrafty. It looks Minecrafty in my opinion. So I like the font. If there's a way I can mess with it and make it not look gross on the big numbers, though, I will attempt. Okay, so... If I'm trying to think about, like, how I should shape this out, how I should block this out. I think that if I follow this curve a little bit and bring it over, right, kind of into the wall, do a little backwards action. I think that's about in line with the wall, right? So if I do this kind of shape, right, as like more of the cliff, like kind of bringing it up to about this level, then I can do kind of like a rocky work area, like a flatter area that was built in here, right? So probably just like a tiny bit of rock work along here, not like too much. Kind of want this to feel integrated, I guess, is the word I'm looking for. Right, and we'll have, because eventually this will be deep slate, so it should stand out more. against the andesite wall and feel a lot better. But I don't want to go too I don't want to go too far off the wall, you know, or like too far down, because there's not a whole lot of room, like there's not a whole lot of space to make this effect I want to do. See you, Evil Banana. Thank you for tuning in. I big preach. So I think if we, maybe I do this, and then I can have kind of a, that scares me every single time. I need to go grab more oxygen. See you, Evil Banana. Okay. I will use this opportunity to go ahead and take my 5 minutes on my BRB and go make me a cup of hot cocoa and get some more water so that way I am hydrated properly. So I'm going to quickly park you guys right here, and I am going to, if I remember how to do this, I will be back in about 5 minutes, or as long as it takes me to make a cup of hot cocoa. Okay? So I'll be right back. I'm back. I am back. I've made it. I have my hot cocoa and I have brownies as well because I saw them and I wanted them real bad. So I have those. Give me 1 second to put the game back on. Hopefully that's working now. Let me get reset up. But yeah, I have my hot cocoa. It's really overfilled in my little penguin mug. Which is really cute. My mom gave this to me. But yeah, I hope you guys took the opportunity to get a snack yourself because I needed a snack. I won't lie. But yeah, I have brownies. Go inside. Okay. Let me figure out what I need to do. We are going to continue to work on the cliff. I'm going to continuously throw all this kelp away. And then I needed more back tanks, didn't I? Because I was running out of oxygen. And take 3 again. That did us good last time. I think good. It good. Probably good. I am staying on brand with the penguin mug. I have to. I have to like penguins, you know? Oh, can't fly. Zooming. Okay. Now that we are over here, again, nope, need to put on the back tank. There we go. I think I need to kind of fade this together. So if I, 1, resume the recording, and 2, continuously place blocks, eventually we will find something that looks halfway decent. Ideally. But I could be wrong. I'm gonna try a little bit lower. A little bit lower. Yeah. And then maybe this one lower too. By a block. And we'll replace that with that. Like so. We kind of have more freedom underneath here because we don't have to work on anything specific, you know? And again, like I said earlier, there's no constraints on how big we need to make, or like how tall and stuff we need to make this, because there's no way that the Mosa can get out. I want this one to be smaller in size and scale. If I do this, that should be fine, right? And I can throw this together. Yes. I think good. Maybe that one too. Yeah. I think that'll look good, and we'll kind of try and build this up a little bit. So we'll kind of start with that being our first big block. I'm kind of thinking of this as almost like Lego bricks. And I'm kind of like placing big ones down and small ones around it, and like kind of trying to build off of what's already there. Which is definitely new. It's a new way I'm thinking of doing this terraforming. So, trying to figure it out. Trying. Maybe we go even higher with this. Yeah, I have my cozy hot cocoa. Which is actually very good. I'm very glad that I took the time to make that. I'm sorry to leave you guys on the BRB sign. Did you guys like it? I spent all of 10 minutes making that today. In preparation because someone told me that I needed a BRB sign so I could leave. Because I kept telling them, oh, I wish I could just like get up and grab something real quick sometimes. And they were like, just make a BRB sign. And I was like, yeah, but I feel bad leaving. And they were like, just do it. And I'm glad I did it, because now I have hot cocoa. So I'd say the 10 minutes I took to make that sign was worth it. And I'm happy. Thank you, Aces. Thank you. You're a real one. You are a real one. Let's go higher with this one. I guess I should determine like a level that this is gonna be at. Let me pause, go sleep, and grab some dirt. Let me attach my elytra. Unfathomable beauty. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's literally just a white background that I put myself riding a trike and threw in the aloe because I had the asset already. I've been a lot of I won't lie, I'm kind of lazy when it comes to some of the thumbnail stuff, and I like to reuse the posed dinosaurs that I already have, you know? I'm sorry, I'm chewing and not talking. But hello, how are you? There we go. Okay, I need more stone. Actually, let me grab some dirt. I'm gonna do dirt for a minute. Kind of try and figure out where this ground level is gonna be. I'm kind of feeling like it should be around this level, which doesn't leave a whole lot of room. So I think, should probably put on that. Thanks for allowing me to not die. And we might be able, because our deeper point is over there ideally. So we might be able to knock this down a couple blocks as well as we go along. So if I bring kind of a couple of lines over, kind of give it a curve, bring it to about there, I think will be good. But then as it comes down over here, I think if we bring it down, so how many is that's like 3. Let's bring it down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to about here. And then we'll have like a gradual slope upwards, I guess, is the best descriptor I can give. Right, so it'll kind of, like this will be a low point here. That way, that way this ground can kind of connect up into this ground and come to an elevated area. Yes? Yes, smart. Like how, look how? I like how, look how. I guess I should probably click the resume recording button. I will consistently forget that. I play without the like little indicator just because it annoys me that it's up there. I don't like things blocking my screen. But it also, I can't deny, it probably would be helpful to have that little thing like, oh yeah, I'm actually doing the recording that I'm meant to be doing with the replay mod. As we kind of bring it up, kind of like that, yeah. And bring that up a little bit. And then so the over this side is going to get lower and lower as we go. So I'm going to bring this up, ideally, if I'm smart and good. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I do need you guys to remind me as often as possible to be like, hey, Start recording again, dummy. Because I will forget. Consistently and constantly. So something like that. Maybe smooth it out a little bit. Something like this. Also, I won't lie, immediately after this stream, I will be going to make myself more dinosaur chicken nuggets. I posted that in my Discord after the last stream. I immediately went and made myself some dinosaur chicken nuggets. And I just want you to know that immediately after this stream, I will also be making myself some dinosaur chicken nuggets. Because they're just the best thing in the world. And I was looking at them when I was making my hot cocoa and was like, do I take extra time to go make dinosaur chicken nuggets? The answer, I'll tell you, was almost yes. But then I decided that I should probably get back and actually do the stream that I'm doing. And that the dino nuggies would take too long. But they were, like, you know that moment in this, I forget which Spider-Man movie it is, but, like, the Green Goblin mask is, like, talking to him? Yeah, that was me with the dinosaur nuggets. It took a lot of self-control. I'm not even going to lie to you. I think this is good. I like how look how. Kind of place that one as well. Likey. Okay. I'm gonna try and get a little bit of the ground placed in. So we're gonna try this approach. So this will be slabs more than likely. We're gonna attempt to bring it along like this, right? And we gotta kind of connect it up to that point. Is how we're gonna attempt this. And then this eventually, this won't be dirt. This won't stay as dirt, but this is kind of how I have to block it out, I guess. Or like, make it so I can easily see it before I give it a different block as a texture. But we'll kind of go along like a so. Kind of try and like connect them into one another. It's tricky when these shapes like aren't fully made in your head and you don't know exactly what you're doing. But then again, when have I ever known what I'm doing? I have not ever known what it is that I'm doing at any given time in this world. Or on YouTube. Or on anything. I don't know what I do. But you guys seem to like. I think that good. I think that good gradual slope, and then it kind of comes to a high point here, around here. This, we can have this be a high point, and then we can kind of flatten it out, and then maybe make another high point back here, I think. So kind of almost that it will follow this a little bit, and we'll go up a smidge. Almost up to here. Because I'm thinking I can kind of create a ground at this level. And this might be where some machines and stuff will go. Yes. Mies thinks. Fish hatchery I could do somewhere. I don't have any plans for one. Or like any designs, but I could somewhere I could see that happening. Just so I can like make like some kind of AFK fish farm or something. To get, well, actually, I already have the Prismarine farm, which gets me tons of fish. Actually, I think, yeah. So I don't know. I might make like a little fish breeder looking area, as like that's how I'm feeding the everything. Is this kind of cliff good? Yeah, this feels good. And then we can kind of build it up like this to the, because what we're gonna have it essentially go through like this and kind of come along. I think good. Yeah. And technically, like, a lot of this, like, I hate to say it, but a lot of this won't even be seen from viewing areas. But it will be cool to, like, swim around and stuff. That might actually be another good excuse to, like, actually make, like, some kind of underwater submarine thing that goes around the whole place. Just so I can say, oh yeah, look at all this cool stuff I built. But I like how this is coming together, and I like the vibe we're creating a lot. I think it is genuinely coming together quite nice. You can add more of these single blocks as well to give it a little bit more fun shape. So, my hot cocoa is really good. Very good. If you aren't indulging in hot cocoa in the holiday season right now, I encourage hot cocoa. Personally, one of my favorite things about the holiday times. I think that's good. It'll be a block other than dirt. Eventually. I need to sleep. For ocean ruins and shipwrecks. So, okay, so probably not ocean ruins or shipwrecks because I've kind of pivoted away from this being an ocean. Instead, it's gonna be an abandoned rock quarry that has been filled with seawater. And so instead of like kind of shipwrecks, it'll probably be like old quarry machinery that has been kind of taken over by coral, and like coral reefs are growing on it. And that's kind of what I think is going to become of it. And it'll have more of that vibe. So not really oceany. Like, it'll still have a bunch of the ocean plants and stuff, and obviously all the fish and stuff will continuously spawn because it's an ocean biome. But, you know, working on it. Like, it's not my fault that you live in a hot place. I think hot cocoa still fits. Hot cocoa always good, no matter if it's hot outside. Drink cold cocoa. I just like chocolate. That's what I'm realizing. I just like chocolate. I like chocolate drink. Is cold hot cocoa just chocolate milk? I think it is, isn't it? I think cold hot chocolate is just chocolate milk. I was going to tell you to drink cold hot chocolate, but that is just chocolate milk. I think I've cracked the case. I'm a genius. I'm not. I'm really not. Okay, I'm going to build with dirt along the bounds of this wall. I'm going to... Oh, wait, that I don't really need to go higher. I need to stay level, right, with this. We can go a little bit higher with a section like back here, maybe. Yeah. If you're to, yeah. If you make your hot cocoa with milk or water. I mean, even still, because, like, I don't know. Like, I make my hot cocoa with water just because it was convenient for me to just go quickly heat up some water real quick. You know, and I don't have any milk currently. I used it all on French toast yesterday. But I don't know. I don't know. These are good debates. Why am I not fly? Oh, I needed to resume the recording anyway. Gosh darn it. I'm gonna keep forgetting that. That is, if you can even see in the replay mod, if you can even see what I'm doing underwater. I might have to turn the shaders off in the replay, so that way you can see what I am placing. But we're gonna attempt to make this look good. And I'm hoping that it looks really good. Eventually. Okay, something like that, kind of bringing that in line, giving it a nice shape. I'll probably only do the outline in dirt so that way I can just fill in with the other block and not have to do so much dirt placing or dirt breaking. But this is helping me at least get a good representation of what this is going to be and what this is going to look like. So kind of like that. And then somehow along here. I thinks. Me's thinks. I think that's probably good because then I can build the rock wall along here. And then we'll fill in, you know, we'll kind of do a similar line over here, I think. Yeah. And we'll kind of branch it out a little bit. I don't know. This is really hard to see with the shaders, but I also don't want to turn the shaders off because every time I have turned the shaders off, my game has crashed. Very badly, it has crashed. It does not like unloading and loading shaders. It likes me to stick with whatever I have on at any given time. So I think something like that. And then if we bring this along, kind of to that point, and I kind of want to bring it back up now. Oh, hi Max. How's it going? Miss you, buddy. How's it going? I think along there. I think good. I like Hello Cow. 21st night. I do recall that. I do remember. I remember the 21st night of September, yes. Fire song. My scarf. I actually don't know. I lost it. I genuinely could not find it. I thought about it the other day. I miss it. Kidding. I don't know where it is. Where's... Okay, if I do long like that, I think it would be good. I think it will be fine. I should probably find a scarf because we're doing a holiday event on Sunday. If you're not aware already, I've talked about it endlessly. But we're doing a big holiday event on the SMP, and I have a Santa hat, and I need to figure out like my outfit because I want it to be very festive. And I'm kind of later in the event, so I want to bring back the energy. That's why this one's a chill stream, because I'm going to be really excited on Sunday. So today is kind of chill. I don't know, spinal closure. That's okay, Aces. It's fine. But you should, when you get it done, you should send it in the chat, in my Discord, because I want to see. Yes, I do remember you. As your boss. Let's see. I think. I think that's fine. That should be good. Yeah, okay. I don't, where did I got a, yesterday, I wanted to talk about this. I got a little Funko Pop of a Stygimoloch, and it was the cutest thing I've ever been given. And it, like, the person that gave it to me definitely didn't know, you know, what the dinosaur was. And I got to, like, I got to rant to her about how, like, you know, Stygimoloch is, you know, debatably a thing. Because, you know, it could be a packy baby. And I definitely bored the crap out of her. But I liked it because, like, I got to rant about one of my favorite, like, dino debates. And it was the, I think it was the Fallen Kingdom one. I think. I'm pretty sure. Like, 90% sure. Yeah, because that's the only one that Jurassic World has. Unless it came back in Dominion. Which it might have done. But I don't remember, because I really kind of tried to tune out Dominion from my brain. Because I did not like it that much. I was not impressed with Dominion. I am out of thingy. Which sucks. It wasn't in Dominion Aces? That's good. At least I know my lore. Somewhat. I needed more stone. That was what I was out of. I will say the terraforming looks really cool from above water. Like looking at it back in, that looks really creepy, doesn't it? that looks a little scary. It looks a lot scary actually. But that's fine. It's all good. Hopefully it'll look really, really cool. And like I really hope this does look cool. Because I've been putting this project off for so long. And a bunch of people have talked to me about it and how it has not happened. and how I've been putting it off. I think there was literally a poll in my Discord for like a couple days. It was like, should I stop procrastinating and actually do the lagoon? And everyone voted yes. Mostly because I made it, so you had to say yes. But yeah, no, I definitely was putting this off. Oh yeah, no, okay. The Jurassic Park Dilophosaurus, obviously like I am one of the people that knows it's inaccurate, so it really ticks me off that I know it's inaccurate, because then I know like the Arc one. The Arc Dilophosaurus is also inaccurate. But the Arc one is designed the way it is because of the Jurassic Park one. And it kind of, like, that always rubbed me the wrong way, because I was like, can you, like, at least do your research into the dinosaurs you're doing, Arc? That's one of my biggest gripes about Arc, and you, like, when me and my friends played, I'll tell you, they heard my argument about this. Because, like, it's fine that the Jurassic Park one's inaccurate, kind of, just because, like, it's its own thing. It was its own original idea, and that's fine. But when Ark just made the Dilophosaurus tiny and have the frills because, oh, that's what, Jurassic Park did, that rubbed me the wrong way, because I was like, well, yeah, but why didn't you actually do your own research and have your own original idea? So, yeah. Peeved. I was peeved all the time playing that game. Not even mentioning the building system. We talked about this last stream, but the building system too. As someone who is the resident builder in my friend group and always found myself in that like position of tasks, I hated Ark's building system to no end. Because it was just bad. And everything was glitchy, and I couldn't get anything to work, ever. Right? That's fine. I think that's cool. I think swimming along this is going to be really, really cool. Like, I think the water actually complements those shapes really nicely. And I think that's really cool. But yeah, I'm going to keep doing this. And then I think, honestly, I'll probably do a similar thing on this side, just because this is already elevated a ton. And I think it'll be... no, I should probably, like, dig this out even more. And do probably, like, another section down as well. Maybe make, like, a kind of a pillar here of rock. And then, let me pause while we talk. Kind of, like, have a trail pathway. And I don't know. There's a lot that I need to do terraforming-wise in this. And I'm excited that we're making progress. I also really need to actually build this walkway so that way I know where we're at. So, kind of struggling. I think, though, because one, I'm getting kind of tired and I do need to go make myself food, I think I'll probably end it there for today. Mostly because I need to actually record some clips for the video and talk about what I've just gotten done. But I think for today, getting this cliff reworked has been a tremendous, like, really good thing. And then also getting kind of this section outlined and getting this section of rock put in is good for the shaping of the enclosure. And if I can just carry this on and do some more work, obviously, around here. And then I kind of want to incorporate this big decrease, I guess, is what you would call this. I want to incorporate this into the enclosure just because I like that elevation shift. And then I got to do all of this. I think this one's going to be just sheer cliff on this side, so I got to dig this out a lot. just to get that good, as well as this side. So I think both of these need to get dug out a ton, and I can work on those a little bit more. And then obviously all of this needs to get worked on a lot, but it's actually not that much because it's just that way over. So it's not that much digging. It's just I gotta do it. So it's all coming along. And actually, before we end, let me pop over to the viewing vent and see if we can actually see it. We might not be able to just because of all the kelp stuff in the way. But it would be really cool if we could see some of the progress we're making. Not at all. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. I mean, maybe if we have night vision or something. Or maybe if, like, the sun was positioned nicely. But, I mean, you can kind of tell through the kelp. Yeah, a little bit, but not great. You can definitely tell looking above, though. You can tell that there's been some work done. And that it looks like it'll look really cool looking down into the enclosure, I think. Hopefully. Hopefully. I'm feeling it. But yeah, I think good. I think we'll end it there. If you haven't already, go watch the video I put out today for the SMP. Not the best video, but a decent video. You should watch it. If you like this world, there's a world download available on my channel for tier 2 members. And then stay tuned for Sunday, which is the holiday event that we're doing on the SMP, which should be a ton of fun. So yeah, I just thank you all a ton for sticking with me. This has been a longer stream than I normally do, but I'm getting quite tired, so I'm gonna wrap it here, and I'll see you